Today we are going to talk about a very important unit in upstream. It is called Earth is dearer than gold. Guys, over here, what is the meaning of the title of the unit? Earth is dearer than gold. Dearer over here, it means that Earth is more valuable than gold. Okay. In what way is it more valuable? And we know that gold is a precious and valuable thing too. In the sense that Earth, with Earth we can use such other sources and resources that can make the environment more clean and less polluted. How that? Like when we have the turbines and the wind powers, guys, are like the turbines that generates a very important kind resource to the environment. It doesn't pollute the environment. It's a good source for the environment. Okay? And over here we have the vocab, but please look at me. Look over here in the booklet. We have the whole vocabulary of the unit. The first word that we have here is rotor blades. The rotor blades is the long airfoil that rotates to provide the lift that supports a helicopter the air. And this is, guys, the turbines that I told you about. Rotor blades, guys, is like the turbines that provides the environment with, it doesn't pollute the environment, and it provides it with a clean air and doesn't pollute the whole air of the environment. The second word is noted. Noted means like important or famous. Okay, like when I say this man is noted in the society, he's important or famous in the society. Ecologist. Ecologist here, it's a noun, and it means when someone who studies ecology. What is ecology first? Ecology is the relationship between living things and the environment. Ecology, guys, who knows what is ecology? Huh? Ecology is the relationship between the living things and the environment. For example, what is the relationship between the trees and the environment? The relationship is that for every season, it differs. The shape of the trees and the leaves of it differs. For example, in the spring, we have the leaves appear and became grown up, but it differs with the autumn. All of the leaves are falling. So this is the relation between the trees, something in the environment, okay, or something which exists in the environment, and the environment itself. This is the relation between them. Something which exists in the environment itself and the whole environment. This is the relation between them. All the scientific study of this. Okay, ecologist is the person who studies this relation, which is ecology. After then we have proposal. Proposal is a suggestion for a plan. Like if anybody of you is going to apply for a master's degree, he or she has to present a proposal. It means like a suggestion or a plan, not a suggestion, it's a plan for what that one who's applying for the master is going to present. What about crisis? Crisis is like a problem, a situation or time that is extremely dangerous or difficult. Like the Egyptian crisis, we have many, actually, we have the Egyptian crisis right now with many things. Our economy, a lot of things we have after the revolution. So we have the Egyptian crisis. Okay, and the next word is desperately. Okay, what part of speech do we have over here? It's an adverb. What does it mean? Very unpleasant or cruel. Like, she desperately told me that I'm not going to get a high mark. So she desperately told me that in an unpleasant way. Needs, this is very easy needs, like the things you need. Please look at your booklet with me to check the meaning. Needs, the things you need in order to have a good life. This is for needs. The things over here, it's a noun. I'm sorry. So needs, the things you need in order to have a good life. So if I said what your life needs in order to live. Emat, the word after is emat, it's a verb. To send out gas, heat, light, etc. into the air. When we have clear something that sends gas or heat into the air. Okay? Entire is like whole or complete. This is the word entire. Whole or complete. Like when I tell you, for example, the whole or the entire problem is that you are not studying. Yeah, you are. You are not studying well. So the entire problem is that you are not studying well. So you should study well. It's like complete or whole. The word after we have drawbacks. What drawbacks means? It means a problem or disadvantage. When we have a lot of drawbacks with our country, when we have a lot of drawbacks with our curriculum or with a whole system. So drawbacks here means a problem or disadvantage. Coastline. Guys, over here, this word is noun and it's quite confusing. Why? Because the coastline is the beginning or the line between the sea, the line which separates the sea from the beach. This is the coast line. The part of the land along the edge of the sea. The part of the land along the edge of the sea. Okay, this is the coastline. Arrays of a large number of different things. When we have arrays of something, we have a large number of it. After that, we have objections. I guess objections is an easy word. When you object to something, like if I said the new president has many objections on, okay, the X here, guys, means before, previous, system. Okay, these are objections. And its meaning when someone says that they do not like or approve of something or someone. When you object to somebody or object on something. Significant. Significant here, it's over here, it's a noun. It means like the important or noticeable something. Like what the significant of doing this. What the significant of doing this. What the significant, like when we have an all my sons, what the significant when Mrs. Kate Keller planted a tree in the garden for her missing son. So what the significant over here, it means what is noticeable over here. What can we get out of this scene? What can we notice? What the importance? And so on. Demands, it's easy. The difficult things that you have to do. Demands, like we have a lot of demands, okay, that we said to our president or something, or our manager, that he has to do. Okay. After that we have sanctuary. Sanctuary is means a place that provides protection. When you have some kind of security or something, or you are looking for a place that provides you with protection or security, this is sanctuary. Like when I say, for example, guys, when you live in America and get out after 6 p.m., you cannot have a sanctuary. You cannot have protection because over there, guys, by the way, we have some kind of gangsters that you get out after 6 o'clock. So there will not be sanctuary. Okay? After this, we have shortage. Shortage, I guess it's an easy word. It's over here, right? Or shortage. Shortage. Here it is. Shortage when you have something or shortage with something. Okay, what does it mean? Shortage when there is not enough of something. When you need more in order not to have shortage. Like we have shortage of food. We need to buy more food or something in order to have the necessary amount. Okay? After then we have off limits. Off limits when you are out of such limits. Off limits, the word itself means in or into an area forbidden by regulations. When you are out of that area that has some kind of regulations. Now you are forbidden. Now you are out of the law because you are off limits. You are not within limits. Okay, wipe away. Wipe out. To destroy something completely. How to destroy something completely? Like we have to wipe away all the bad memories we have about something. This is, guys, wiping away. Okay? You following? Good. Harsh. Harsh means this is first an adjective. Cruel or unkind or unpleasant in a way that seems unfair. When I say that, like the circumstances or the life is sometimes harsh, it's not that easygoing. Life has a lot of course we know, guys, that life has a lot of difficulties. It's not that easy going, so we can say over then that life is harsh. Okay, the word after we have the word sprawl. What does that mean? To cover a large area, often in a way, by the way, it's often or often, which is not tidy or not planned. When you cover something in an untidy way. In an untidy way, I'm sorry. Okay, not untidy. After that, we have conserve. What is conserve? Conserve. Conserve to prevent harm or damage to animals or places. When you prevent something bad that can happen to animals or places, so now you are conserving it from happening, like you are preventing it, okay? After then, we have the word consumption. What does consumption means? Who knows? Consumption, over here, it's a noun, too, and it means the amount of something that someone uses, eats, or drinks. Your consumption. Okay, your consumption means that the amount that you use with something. Like, what's your consumption like in a month? What's your electricity consumption? So it means like how much electricity are you using in a month? This is what consumption means. Okay, the word after it needs a little bit to answer. It's echo warriors. Okay, guys, echo over here. It's echo. It relates to the ecology, and I told you little up that ecology or ecologist, ecology is the relationship between living things and the environment, as we said little earlier. Here, warriors, it means like the ones in the environment that attacks. Here is the meaning: someone who tries to stop activities which damage the environment. So they are, in some way, they are warriors. Okay. So this is eco because it relates to the environment, and warriors, those persons who are trying to keep the environment from any coming harm. Okay. After then we have the word spin. Spin is like revolving, but it's in a different use. It has a different usage. Revolve, like when we have the planets revolve around the sun, but on the other side, on the other hand or side, we have a spin here to turn around and around quickly. Spinning. When something is spinning. Okay? After that, we have the word deforestation. What is deforestation? Over here. Deforestation is noun two, and it's when all the trees in a large area are cut down. Like when you are cutting the planted all the trees or something from the ground, so it becomes to be not planted. This is deforestation. After that, we have aerosol. Aerosol, a metal container that forces a liquid out in small drops when you press a button. Aerosol is the thing that we buy from anywhere to kill the insects and those things. This is aerosol. Like, for example, my mother bought an aerosol to kill the ants that we have at home. Okay. Then we have sawmill. What is sawmill over here? The word, guys, the word after aerosol. Sawmill is a place or building in which timber is sewed into planks, boards by machinery. Okay? By machinery. The word after is safeguard, a law, rule, or system that protects people or things from being harmed or lost. Safeguard is like a law, guys, or rule or system that people have to follow to protect them from being harmed or lost. Okay, to protect any harm to reach them. Okay. Then we have the word stray. A stray animal is lost or has no home. Like, guys, we have a lot of species. Like those species are about to be stray, okay, or about to stray in general. It means that they will not be existed anymore. So we have to keep them somewhere their existence. Okay? Then we have the last three words. Different country. When you move from your country and travel to another country to live forever, okay, or for a year, you are called like a migrant because you are like a foreigner in the other country you moved into. Okay? The other last two words, we have essayist. Essayist, like as I'm telling you guys always, that we have to write lots of essays in order to have better writing. So essayist is the person who is writing essays, a writer of essays. This is essayists. Like in class, but I doubt it. I have some essayists that like to write essays. Okay? And the last word, we have distinctive. Distinctive is something that is distinctive, is easy to recognize because it is different from other things. Like, guys, when I say, for example, this student is distinctive. When I say that you are distinctive, I mean that you are special. You're studying and getting high marks, so you are distinctive. Okay? Then these are the whole vocabulary of the unit. Okay? Then we'll move on to the language notes. They are important too. The first word, okay guys, the first word is rise, rose, risen. If you can notice over here, we have the first four differences, or the first four have rise, rose, risen, arise, arose, arisen, raise, raised, raised, arouse, aroused, aroused. Okay, you might ask that this is letter confused. This is letter has a lot of confusion actually. So it's very easy. Rise, rose, risen in the booklet. Like when you say the sun rises from the east, okay? The sun rises from the east. So this is about rise, okay? When the sun rises from the east. What about arise, arose, arisen? Arise when we have a problem that is arising, or that a problem that is arising, or maybe guys that arose because of something. So when we have a problem, it can be arise. It can be arise because of something. Okay, so arise, it relates to the problem. What about raise? I guess that's easy. Raise, the verb raise is easier than arise and rise, because we know it when you raise a child, okay, like when you bring it up, when you bring your son or daughter up, this is for raise. The last one is arouse, aroused, aroused. And arouse here means when your temper, when somebody arouses your temper, like when he like makes you nervous or something. Okay. When you call a meeting, you ask for having a meeting. This is for calling a meeting. Okay. Sorry. Pump. What is pump? Pump and bump. This is also quite confusing, but you have to study them. Pump, a piece of equipment which forces liquid or gas to move somewhere. Okay, a gas or petrol pump. When we have a petrol pump, this means that we have a piece of equipment which forces the gas. Okay, or the petrol, I mean, the petrol. More of a petrol because it's a petrol pump. It means that it's pumping petrol. Okay, what about bump? Bump to hurt part of your body. Like when I say, I bumped my finger when I was cutting the tomatoes yesterday. I bumped my finger when I was cutting the tomatoes yesterday. So bump, which begins with B for book. This is like hurting part of your body, but the other pump is an equipment which forces liquid or gas, like the petrol pump. Okay. Then the last word we have, not the last word. We have capable of. Capable of is like able to do something. It is followed by gerund. Guys, to remind you, what is gerund? It's like a verb plus ing. Okay? So like I'm capable of doing my homework alone. I don't need any help. I just can do it alone. Okay, this is capable of. She's capable of doing her homework alone, so it should be followed by verb plus ing. Okay. Then we have the word bother. When you bother to do something, you're upset. She's bothered to repeat her homework, and the teacher asked her to repeat it. So she's bothered. Or it has another meaning, guys, like when you try to do something again. When you try to do something again. Okay, what is offshore? Offshore, it means like in the sea and away from the coast. When you are offshore, you are off it all. You're out of it. Okay? You're away from the coast. And the last word in the language notes, it's come to realize. When I say Sally came to realize mistaken, it means that she finally knew. This is our upstream lesson today. We'll complete the next lesson. Thank you.